Hello, hello, Yara. How are you?
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome to everyone that will come and join us pretty soon to our weekly live every Tuesday at this time, exactly at this time, whatever it is that you're watching, wherever you are in the world. This is a time for a real talk about real life between me and my sister Yara, and we're going to talk about the tough things that we're going as women in life going through, because this is what we are here for, right? To support each other. And we have a beautiful community that's called Life Bloom, a new community. If it's the first time that you're hearing about our community, Yara, would you like to say a few words about our community?
Yeah, so welcome to Live Bloom. If it's new for you, it's great because it's also new for us. Uh, Life Bloom is a community for real women going through life and choosing to always be in growth, in observation, in self learning, self development mode. It's a community for women who understand that you can't be in peak mode, you can't be always in perfection. Most of the time, you can't be in perfection, but you have to go with it and you have to always go back to yourself, listen to your body, to your inner voice, and move with that flow. And it's a community because we really believe in doing it together. As sisters, we see the power of supporting each other, lifting each other up, reminding each other that it's not about perfection.
Yeah.
And we just want to create a larger community of sisters. We're already four, but we want to expand.
But we always, have more people coming into our family. It's something funny to always happen to us. So this live is going to be on a very important topic. From stress to ease, how to find balance when there is no routine, how to be at ease when there is no routine. And we actually chose this topic because now here in Israel there is a holiday, not a holiday, it's summer vacation.
Summer
um,
break.
yeah, summer break, and well, there's no routine. I have four kids, so it's it can be difficult, but at the same time I learned a lot from this time about myself, about how to cope with the changes and without having my routine. I'm, as you can see, if you see where I'm sitting at the moment, it's not my house. I'm not in my house. I'm not even in my town where I live. I'm in my mom's house. We came here for a whole month, so there's no routine at all, as you understand. No friends for my kids, and no going to the country, to the pool or something like that. Just being here at my mom's house and trying to sort it out to
Yeah.
understand how to enjoy this summer break. So yeah.
It's funny because when we spoke before, like preparing a little bit for this conversation, I said I'm not sure exactly on what is my perspective to contribute to the conversation. But now when you said I have four kids, and then I thought, wait, I also have a kid. I have a 1 year old, and he's not in kindergarten yet. So I don't have a set routine for a really long time already. And I kind of had to figure out a routine and also to work with having a baby that is once he's teething and then he's sick and then we caught an illness from the guy around the block and I'm the one who's sick, and so it's like there is no routine for a very long time. So I found a perspective.
So you just didn't think about it this way, yeah. So you're not in routine for about 2 years already, sis. You just have
Yeah,
noticed that.
since I got pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's start by talking about really, about the thing is that it's really difficult sometimes to be in that, when there is no routine, I can't find my anchors. Sometimes we will talk about how to find your anchors and what they are when there is no routine. But I
Yeah.
feel sometimes, so many times that I feel that I'm just trying to survive the day. Like
Hmm.
the day starts and I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, it's 5 o'clock in the morning because my baby woke up. That's the time they wake up. That's what it is. And I can't do anything about it. I try to put him back to sleep. He didn't want to. And I tell myself it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I have so many hours to pass until I'll go back to sleep, until everyone will be sleeping again. And there are days that I just have been trying to survive the day. Like
Yeah.
every 2 hours, I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, there's only 2 hours past. And
Counting back until bedtime.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think that sometimes we do that even when we are in a routine, but when we don't have any routine, it's even
It's much
more
more.
difficult. Yeah, and on summer breaks, usually one of the partner is working. One of the people in the couple, like the husband, is working for me right now, and I'm with the kids and really trying to understand how to figure it out. And I just don't want to be in surviving mode. I want to be
No.
in ease. I want to have fun, even if it's possible. It's possible. I know it is. We will talk
Yeah.
about it today, but I just don't want to be in surviving mode.
Yeah. I really, really feel that, because now, again, thinking it from my perspective, I know that with a baby, there is this kind of point where he starts to lose patience and he's starting to get into overtired mode. And in that mode, I'm like, wee, wee, like I get into an alarm mode, and I'm gonna run and grab this and grab that, do whatever I can to get him to sleep the fastest. Um, and that, even like I find myself scared of that moment throughout the day. So being in kind of like, don't get there, and alert, finding
Yeah.
myself very alert to try and have him have fun, me maybe have a little bit of fun while this happens, get him to eat, get him to sleep, get him to play, to learn what he needs to play, what he needs to learn, to get out of the house, so that we have so many expectations of what it
To,
needs to look like.
to really enjoy the time with them. It's not something it sounds, we said before, maybe we should start with that instead of being in surviving mode, we want to be at ease, we want to enjoy the time. Maybe we should
But what
start
is
with
it
that.
ease?
What does it mean to be at ease? Is it just I'm enjoying my time, or because we need to look at the expectations that we put there. What does it
Yeah.
really mean? Yeah.
I think we have a little bit of kind of a notion, and with social media, it's like amplified, right? Because you see reels and you see on
Yeah.
Instagram moms that like, everything is perfect. My house is always clean, and my kids are helping each other. Look at them making dinner together, 3, 4 year olds. Uh,
I don't know whose
but
kids they are. What is she
no,
teaching
that's I don't think
them?
that's the it's I don't think it's
It's not
real,
the
but
case.
no, but it's just
It can
also, I mean,
happen sometimes, but
on
it's not
yeah.
beyond today. Yeah,
But I just think that it's really to understand that, first of all, in our day to day, we're probably not going to be on a beach vacation in Thailand, just
exactly.
resting and our legs lifted up. There are things to do. The house needs to function, the children, you need to function. Maybe you have a job. There are things to do. So, how
Mhm.
much balance can I create within myself, within these things to do, as I still function? And there will be stress, but maybe I can get a little bit less overwhelmed and pulled by this stress to each direction, and go back to my center, take a breath, find the things.
Exactly.
There are many things, we'll talk about these tools in a minute, but what is what does it mean to be at ease during this time, during this no routine, more stressful time?
I think for me, if I'll say it in just one sentence, is to remember that I need to take care of myself in order to have the energy to take care of others. Because when, like now in the summer break on holidays, you need to more strength in order to help others because they don't have their routine as well. And for kids not having their
Mm,
routine is more difficult
it's
than
hard.
for us. Yeah, it's very confusing for them. I see my child, my boy, that when he doesn't have his routine, he's very frustrated. It's very difficult for him. And I
Hmm.
understand he's only 8 years old. I need to help him. I have tools
Hmm.
that have, and I need to find out the way to be in my center, to be balanced, so I can be there for them. So taking
Yeah.
care of myself, to go back inside into myself, to be with me, to find a balance, whatever it is that helped me go through the day and help me go through stress times, and just helping them to
Yeah.
find also their balance in these times when there's no routine. This is what I feel is to be at ease.
Mm. I would love
Yeah.
to hear in the comments, if whenever it is that you're listening to this, what does it mean for you to be at ease in this difficult, more challenging times? And I think it's a good segue to our first tool, maybe, and that is to have uh, an expectations that matches your reality and matches what you
Circumstances.
can. Sorry,
Yeah. That matches the circumstances.
circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, it matches the circumstances, and understand also where are your boundaries, what is important to you, what you can let go of that matches your boundary matches your needs, where can you let go, where you can't let go. There's a lot to, yeah, to look
Yes,
into about
I
that.
think we'll start from that first, from what you just said about circumstances that are changing. Like when you have your routine, you know what your where your kids are, they're at school or kindergarten or whatever, you're at work, you have your schedule, you know that at this time you're working, at this time you're eating, at this time you're with your kids. But then when there's no routine, everything is just a mess and your kids are bored or they're expecting you to be the entertainment for them,
Hmm.
or they will be on screens and you don't want them to be on screens. So you need, first of all, what I do is I put it in perspective and I put my expectations in perspective and I tell myself, okay, what are the core values for me that I don't want them to, to let go of them? What are the things that I don't want to let go of? So I can tell you that at the beginning of this summer break, I actually said, okay, I don't want my kids to be in screens more than 3 hours a day. But then I found out that it's really difficult for me because there is a baby, and I need to take care of him. And sometimes the big kids, they are bored because they don't want to do what he's doing. They're
Hmm.
not interested in the things that I'm doing with him. So yes, they are with us and they are playing with him. And after an hour, they are bored and they tell me, okay, we're going to screen. And at the beginning, I started telling them, no, don't go to screens. And I saw that they're starting fighting between them because they were just bored
They
and
didn't know what to
frustrated.
do, how to fill the time.
Yeah, so I told myself, okay, if they'll be in screens more than 3 hours, which is a lot, I know it's not something that I want them to be, because in normal times, in routine times, they have 1.5 hour a day, and that's not usually, they don't even watch that. But I told myself, listen, okay, this is a value for you, this is important for you, that it will not be in screens. But you need to understand that at this time, things are changing and you don't want them to fight. What is more important to you? That they will not fight, that it will be,
Hmm.
they will cope, but then they will know how to manage their boredom and they will find a
Yeah.
way to enjoy time as well. Or more important to you, that they will not be in screens. So I thought about something like in the middle, because I told them, okay, so we're gonna split the time in screens. I told them for 2 hours you're gonna watch whatever it is that you want, which also obviously I agreed for them to watch, and the other
Hmm.
2 are going to be educational screens. Okay, so you're gonna choose educational programs, things that you're gonna learn from.
Learn
Um,
something from.
yeah, so I found the middle, but then I could live with that, because I said, okay, I don't want them to be in screens, but if they are, and I need them to be more than that, because I need to be with my baby, because he's really bored, and if he's bored, he's just crying. You don't know how to deal with it. He's less than two
Yeah.
years. So I had to, to be honest with myself and tell myself, you need to change these boundaries. Okay, this one
You
you
need to
need
be
to.
flexible.
Yeah, I need to be flexible, and I need to be honest with myself, what I can let go of, and how exactly, like, how am I going to stretch my boundaries? Not really to let go of them completely, but how am I
Hmm.
going to stretch them? Yeah.
Yeah. Allow the circumstances to change your previous decision because that's what's required right now.
Yes, exactly. And even though I didn't want to do that at the beginning, I found out that it is better this way, and it's easier for me. And I need to be, as we said before, in my center. I need to be, um, at ease in me, so I can be
Yeah.
there for them. Yeah.
Yeah. So they get a
Yeah.
better mom because
Yeah.
you're able
Happier.
to actually be there. Yeah,
Yeah.
happier, more balanced, more present when you're there with them, rather than just setting up the fires, like, what's burning now.
Exactly, exactly. And this
Yeah.
this can happen. I had days like this, to just stop fighting. Don't fight with her. Stop fighting with him. Don't fight with each other. I just felt like all day long I'm
Yeah.
just stopping the fights, and
You
it
know,
was,
this toy, this baby toy that it pops out and you need to like
yeah.
punch it
Well,
down. That's what I'm seeing. Like this.
exactly like that. There are days that it's exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as
Yeah.
we said, first of all, really to understand that we need to lower, not really to lower, to match our expectations to the
Yeah.
circumstances. Okay,
Hmm.
your
And they
schedule
they
is
will be
roughly,
different expectations than what you have in your day to day. If there is
yes,
a routine in the day to day, the expectations will be different. which means your
Mm-hmm.
boundaries, which will be different, and you would have to move in a different rhythm, maybe, and you would have to stay flexible in real time to not just the new expectations that I set for this different period, but also flexible in real time to what is needed right now. And that could be hard because we have this tendency, maybe not everybody, but I have this tendency to, want to be in control. And it's hard to change these things in real time. So needs to be honesty within myself, compassion towards
Mm-hmm.
myself, and to really ask myself what is the most beneficial for me and for my children in this moment. Would it be beneficial for me to really stay firm with this decision that I made, or to change my decision so that we can move forward more calm, more at ease, more happy?
Yeah, you said something very important, and I want people to make sure that you hear what she just said. She said about being compassionate about it, and I think this might be a very difficult thing for us as women, as moms, as humans as well,
Yeah.
to be compassionate about wanting to achieve something and not be able to. If you know, you
Mhm.
know, FOMO is fear of missing out.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
used to suffer from this disease, this FOMO. And sometimes when we used to go for vacation, I had like a lot of plans. This is all I want to, I want us to go to all these places. Yeah, to to make sure we go going that place and that place. And I used to have like a really tight schedule. And then we're getting to the place and we had a long ride and we are all tired and everyone no one want to go now to do more things. We just want to
Hmm.
rest, or we're doing something and we're having fun. We don't want to leave in order to go to the other place. And then I used to find myself thinking, but I really want to do all of these things, so now I need to let go of these things. And I had to be compassionate about looking at what I expect myself to do and what my plans were and what I thought we will be able to do, and then find out that it's not possible, or even
Hmm.
not what I wanted. And it really to be compassionate to myself and also to the people with me, because if
Yeah.
they don't want to go, even though I really want them to go, or sometimes you even go with them to something and you're sure that you're going to have fun, and they're like, "Mom, this is boring." And then,
Yeah. But I worked on it so hard.
yeah, I worked so hard to plan you an amazing
Hmm.
vacation. This is what you're telling me now. um, and sometimes it even costs a lot of money, and it can be really frustrated. And then again, going back inside and talking to my inner child and remind myself
Mm.
compassionate about it, and to also to be compassionate to them, to the people with me, that they
To
are
see their
also,
needs.
yeah, to see that they might not think what I think. And even though I
Hmm.
tried hard to make it a good time, they might not like it. So
Yeah.
if we talked about before about lower, just changing our expectations and matching our expectations to the circumstances, also to match our expectations from what the response will be, the result.
Yeah. And sometimes it's even just a matter of like rephrasing the things that you're thinking about, you're like doing. Because, for example, if I'm staying with this example of I made a list of things to do in our trip, and in my head, I want to reach all these things, and I really want my kids to be happy about it and to love it because it's going to be amazing. But if I change the titles of things and I say to myself, the goal of the trip is that my kids and I will have quality time together. We'll have fun. We'll have great experiences. And also, my goal is like to hear how they feel when we go to places, right? To hear
Mhm.
what is fun for them so that maybe next trip I know what is fun for them with a bit more like accuracy. And then the list of places that we plan to go to, the title could be suggestions for places or
Exactly.
options for places. And then there's more flexibility in the options. I don't have to go to all of these places. I just want to go to the places that match the goal. And the goal is for the kids to enjoy, for us to have quality time together.
Yeah.
So even that kind of softens the the feeling and the intention around what this needs to look like, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And we really need to remember that it's not letting go of the control, is just being able to be fluid and to
Yeah.
flow to whatever it is that they need or they want. Like when you plan something and then you wake up in the morning, you're very tired, you had like, no, you didn't
It's
sleep
not gonna
well.
happen.
Yeah, you know it's not going to happen, and that's okay because you're listening to the changes. You're listening to yourself. You're listening. If your child is sick, obviously you will be listening to their needs. So exactly the same. This is a different need at that day. This is a,
Hmm.
you know what you just said. I without thinking about it, we haven't talked about that specific issue before. I made a list. This is what I did on Sunday this week. I made a list of suggestions, and every day I tell my kids, okay, which one of them do you want to go? Okay, so there are things that you have to, order in advance. So obviously I have them scheduled, but the rest of them I just tell them, okay, do you want to go to the pool today or do you want to go to a movie? I just put them like three options, and then I told them, okay, let's choose from them. And I disattach myself from whatever it is that they're gonna choose. Okay,
Hmm.
this is very important. It doesn't say anything. If I want one thing and they want something else, it doesn't say anything about me. And sometimes we take it personally that we want one thing, we plan something for them. This is what we
Hmm.
think they like, and then we find out no, they rather go just to, I don't know, to the swimming pool, and we were planning to go, I don't know, to the something big like a park, something major, and they're like, no, we just want to go to the pool. And then you think, what, all my plans?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
really, to let go of the attachment. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't say anything about me if they didn't choose what I want them to choose.
And
Just
even if they chose something and you went and they ended up not having fun,
yes, yes,
that's
and this
also.
yes, this is difficult as well. Yeah, so being fluid, letting go of the control, the attachment, remembering that there are different circumstances and the decisions might change,
Mm.
and flow with that, to flow with the change, to be able to come curious to the new decision that we just decided.
And I feel that we like the word, because we gave a lot of tools up until now of like, here's what you can do, here's like what you can try and do differently. But the key word for me here is balance. And some things would work good, some things would work a little bit less good, even from our suggestions. But
Hmm.
balance is an inside job. It's an inside matter. And I think I'm trying to kind of find the right words for it, but I think there also should be an inner intention of
Yeah.
just everything is okay. Things will come to their place at peace. There is a sentence in Hebrew, "Akol ba mekomo b'shalom." In German, in
And in
in English, I don't know how would you translate it,
everything
but
falls to its place.
everything falls to its place. But I like to add at peace, because the word at peace
Yeah.
matters to me. And so things fall to their place at peace. And when things are chaotic, I like to really say that to myself. Things will fall to their place at peace.
It's like a puzzle.
Because,
Everything will
yeah,
have it.
it will
Actually,
find its place.
in Hebrew, the word shalom is also a very close to the word shalem, which is whole. And when
Whole.
you say the sentence, it's actually meant that, like in puzzle, when everything will fall to its place, it will be a whole.
The
So
picture
everything
will be
will be,
whole.
yeah, the picture will be whole, and everything will be connected, and everything will be in the right place where they should
Yeah.
be. So
Yeah.
it's not just inner peace; it's also to feel that you are whole. It's the same
Yeah.
time.
And I
Yeah.
think there is an we said a little bit about before about like not completely, it's not about letting go of control, but I think there is also an element of trust, that trusting yourself, that you're
Mhm.
making, and we spoke a little bit about that in the last week about why don't you trust yourself, the last week's live. And there is the element of trusting yourself that you're making the right decisions, even if it's not always the perfect decision. Trusting your children that they can handle it even when it's difficult. Trusting the universe that you have this kind of backwind support from the universe, and that even if the day is not fun or really difficult, tomorrow is a new day and the sun will shine, and you get to start over. You get a new chance. And right now you get to start over. Right now you have a new chance to take a breath, to find an anchor, to go get a cup of coffee, go sit on the side, do something that makes you feel whole again within yourself, something that brings you back into your anchor, to your own balance, because you're a part of that whole, and you also need to come to your place at peace. And have this inner intention to be in some kind of ease, some kind of refinding your balance, to be in a motion within yourself, to always seek, I'm in chaos right now, but it's okay, things will come back, things will, like, the peace will find, I will find the peace will, all the pieces will fall in peace. So
I
it's an outside job, but it's also an inside job. They work together.
Exactly. I think if it starts from the inside, and we know everything starts from the inside, so maybe it's like looking at the rhythm that I need now, that I feel that it's right for me at this moment. We talk about it a lot in our videos. We have small, short videos of like 12 minutes, 8 minutes, and we talk about it as well, about feeling our inner rhythm and flowing within a rhythm and not fighting it, although we fight it a lot of times because we want to reach to a certain point, we want to reach a goal. And in the times that we don't have any routine, listening to the rhythm is even more important, because things are changing. I mean, we want to do something, but it doesn't mean it's the right thing to do at this moment, because the rhythm is not, doesn't fit. And listening to our own rhythm at this time, and be honest with looking at myself and saying, okay, I planned to work right now because my kids are now, I don't know, are at grandparents' house, but I really feel that I need to rest. I really feel that I need to rest at this moment, because I've been juggling all this week, and now I finally have like 3 hours to get at home. Yeah, so I really need to rest, and to be honest with myself and tell myself, this is the right rhythm for me at this moment. If I will be able to listen to what I really need, to my real needs, and give myself what I need, which is resting at this moment, or even, I don't know, go jogging or something, or swimming, okay, because this is what I have the time for right now, and this is what I really need. If I will listen to my needs and give myself what I need at this moment, so I will be able to get more energy, to do what I really want. And so it's very important. It starts from inside. So to look inside, to be honest, what is my rhythm? What do I need at this moment? What I can do? Okay, if I have this energy, what I can do, and what am I going to let go of? Because really, we put so many expectations on ourselves in every day, but there is no. It's more difficult because we most of the times we don't have our anchors, and we'll talk about it in just a minute. But it's so important to be honest with ourselves and tell ourselves, this is all I can do at this moment. This is the best. This is the best of me in every single moment. And at this moment, this is the best that I can do, just to go to sleep.
There is a question that I know we both love to use, and I think it really suits here, and that is, what will allow me?
Yeah,
What
I
will
love it.
allow me to be the person that I truly am, to be the person that I want to be, the mother that I want to be, the person to myself, the partner, whatever it is in that moment. But what will allow me to be that person?
Yeah.
Maybe you can explain a little bit about that question, because I feel like it's not very easily understood.
What allows me? First of all, I just love this question. What will allow me to? Okay, in general, I use it in every aspect of my life. I say it when I manifest reality. I say what will allow me to be happy, to be prosperity. To be to
Even
reach
on
my
specific things, like now we
no,
bought this something for the
no,
house. What will allow me to find the right thing for me?
exactly. I say it about everything. What will allow me to buy the house that I want, to find the husband that I want, to have the kids that I want, to be
To
a
be the
good
mother that I
mom,
want.
yeah, to be successful at what I do, to receive money, I ask it about everything because I really love this question, because it's an open question. It tells the world, you hear me, world, I trust you. You have your own way to bring magic into my life. So just bring it on. I'm open. I'm open. I'm listening. And I love this question. And really, I use it for everything. And when I say it, it's important to say it in a really open way, and not tell the world, I want this husband is going to be
Not
this height,
narrow.
yeah, dark hair. No, what will allow me to get married to the best person there
Yeah.
is for me? So I'm
I
opening
think
the question,
it's a
telling
lot
the world.
about emotion. Like, yeah, what will
Yeah,
allow me to find the person that that we could create a happy life together, what,
exactly.
like, the being, it's about the being of it. Because that's why I
Yes,
said the person I want to be, it's about like this inside, how do I want to feel? Who do I want to be as a person, as a
exactly. It's about
human
the
when
being.
this
It's
thing
not
comes
about
to
the
me?
doing. Yeah, it's not about the doing. It's really about the being. It's about what I want to feel, and then the having. It comes from that. Okay, I want to
Yeah.
have this thing, but I want to feel this, and then I will have that.
So
Um,
having this thing will allow me this feeling. So I'm
exactly.
asking about the feeling.
Exactly. Yeah, that was right. Yeah. So in this, what you're talking about now, about being in a time that there is no routine, I ask this question about what I want to feel, but it's difficult for me to feel maybe in this moment. So I can tell you that this week I asked, my entire body was just so stiff, my muscles were just tight, and I just asked the world what will allow me to feel um, not stressed, just to feel calm again, and to feel my body is at ease, because I just felt that it's so tight, because I was in a very stressful time the past 2 weeks. And like, I woke up in the morning really early with my son, and I because my body was so tight, I just felt like I want to just lay down. I can't move, everything hurts, all my muscle hurts. But then I felt like there's like enlightenment. You ask for time for yourself to stretch. So just stretch. And I was like, oh,
Mm.
well, I didn't think about it before. I mean, for 2 weeks, I've been holding this tight muscles. So I just stretched for like 20 minutes, and I felt so much better after.
Yeah.
And it was funny because the solutions was just right there. And I gave myself this gift. And when you say this open, when you say that, what will allow me to feel, what will allow me to be, just more calm or something like that, all of a sudden you're being aware to the solutions that have been there around you all the time, but you just haven't
Yeah.
noticed them. You know the
Yeah.
saying that something is underneath your nose, and you
Yeah.
don't see it. So it feels like that when you say, what will allow me to feel calm. All of a sudden, I don't know, you put the radio on, and there's a song that you really love, and it
There it
changes
is.
what you feel. Yeah, or you want to feel love, and then your son comes and hugs you and just, mommy, I love you. And you're just, oh my God, there's love in my life. So when you say this question, when you ask it, it just open also your sensors
Yeah.
to noticing what is already around you, and it's there, the solutions are there, everything that we want is there. And this is where I really love this question, because I tell this world, listen, I trust you, I know that everything is
Mhm.
around me, I know all the solutions is around me, but I'm just not able to see them right now, because I have so many things on my mind. I'm not seeing it. Show
Mhm.
me, show me.
Yeah.
And then my sensors are open, and I see and I feel. And then it changes everything, because when we feel what we want to feel, we are able to listen to what we really need, and we are able to also express it, and we're able to understand that we can change our boundaries, because this is what we really need. And
Mhm.
go back to what I need is what helps us go through every day, but also in times that there's no routine, we need it so much
Mhm.
to listen. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also want to add, you spoke about how in the past 2 weeks, you were like tense in your body. And I feel that the body really tells us what we're going through. And we talk about this a lot in our videos. But when you feel in your body, first of all, the tension, the stress, but also when you're not being very like coherent with your values, your body will also tell you that. And that could be a sign to go back to like the person that I want to be. And if you find yourself like getting away from that sensation of I am the person that I want to be, you will notice that in your body, this kind of discomfort of, yeah, it's not fun to be me right now, right? It's
Yeah.
not fun for me to be me right now. So who is that person that I am, that I know and love, and how, and what will allow me to go back to that person that I know and love? What will allow me? And like very often it's about one simple anchor, one
Exactly.
simple
Yeah, I
anchor
love
that
thinkers.
will bring you back to yourself. So I know for me, one of the things that I do, and it has to be really fast, because again, with a baby, sometimes you can only use the few minutes that you run to the bathroom before they crawl to the door of the bathroom, and and they're there with you. um and for me, it's just walking to the mirror and I look into my eyes and I just take a few breaths, but really, really deep look into my own eyes. And I give
Mhm.
myself a hug
Yes.
while I look into my eyes, and I sometimes add a little smile. And just that's my like 2 seconds anchor for me. And that balances my body and balances my emotions. And it reminds me that I matter. And it reminds me that I need to feel good to be a really there present mom with him. And yeah, that I matter.
I think that the two anchors that are very important to me, and first, everyone that is watching now, whatever it is that you're watching, write down what is your anchor that you when you have it, you can listen to yourself. Okay, you know that
Hmm.
you're back to you. um for me, I think it's two things. First of all, is just moving my body. So it can be taking a walk, but it also can be putting some music and just moving my body, just to
Hmm.
let the energy flow in my body.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm stressed and I'm just jumping and I'm singing and I'm singing out loud, I think the entire neighborhood hears me. When I sing and I move and I feel that the energy is shifting in my body, all of a sudden I'm more ease. I'm happier.
Hmm.
So for me, first of all, that listening, moving my body, and the second thing is what I eat, because
That
I
was
see
I was gonna say that.
yeah, I see that at times that I'm not eating the things that are good for me, and I know exactly what is good for me. And when I'm not doing my morning shakes, I feel that my body immediately
Hmm.
tells me, listen, this is not the right way. this is
Yeah.
this is not where we want to go. And immediately it affects everything. When I eat the things that makes me feel good, like when I eat my morning shakes with my fruits and my green vegetables and my green leaves and all that, I feel amazing. Give me so much energy for that day. And sometimes I found out that, maybe on Saturdays I don't normally eat shakes, and then I see that around 11
Hmm.
morning I feel like, why am I so slow? Why am I so tired? It doesn't matter that it's Saturday. I know that if I drink my shake, it will change everything. And sometimes I just go and
Yeah.
prepare my shake, and it changes everything. Yeah. So if I eat the things that they might be tasty, but they don't make my body feel good, my body don't like them,
Hmm.
it really affects the way I feel, and also affect the way that I
Mental
listen
clarity.
to myself. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
exactly. Yeah, it's difficult for me to listen to myself at that times.
Yeah.
Just
I feel like when I don't eat well, it's again kind of like putting off fires, because
exactly.
I'm hungry, I'm gonna put something in my mouth to kind of shush that feeling, but it doesn't nourish me. It doesn't nourish me, it doesn't give me energy, and it doesn't clear my mind. That's the way I feel completely.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny. I just thought about something. When you go on vacation, you have like the morning breakfast. Yeah, the breakfast, and you have sometimes like a big buffet, and there's a lot of options, and you can eat as much as you like. And so many times when it's not like that at this moment, thank God, but it used to be in the past. So many times that I just said, okay, I want to try this and I want to try that, and I just ate so much that instead of
Hmm.
feeling good that I ate all these things and I loved them, it
End
was,
up
yeah,
feeling
I
nauseous.
wanted to throw up, and the entire day I felt so heavy. that all day
Yeah.
long I just kept thinking, why did I do that? I'm not in hunger. Why did I do
Yeah.
that? And it happens to me a few years ago that I got to that conclusion to not do that anymore, and just to
It's
really
not good.
choose what makes me feel good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So going back to our anchors.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a problem that everybody could relate to because I think the buffets in Israel are exaggerated. I've never seen anything like that in the world. In
Okay,
Europe,
yeah,
it's not like that, but
yeah. I've seen
I
in the
know what you mean.
Maldives it were, yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm sure other places in the world it's also exaggerated, but in Europe, it's like a croissant and some jam and a banana.
Yeah. So I think there's one more thing maybe that we haven't talked about is um, when you're out of your routine, you can be curious about who you are at that times. Sometimes I find that I ask myself, and this is something that I did now just before coming here to mom's house for this month for the second part of
Summer
this
break.
summer break. Yeah. So I told myself, be curious about who you are um, without all the things that you define yourself by
Yeah,
during the routine, the daily routine. And don't worry, September will come. In a month, it will come. You'll be able to go
yeah,
back to routine. But then again, maybe I will want to change my routine. Maybe I will find new anchors at this time. And I really came curious this time. The last time that we were here, about a year ago, I came with a lot of expectations. I just put a
yeah,
very tight schedule. A lot of things that I planned, most of them didn't go well. I was very frustrated, and this time I just came with the suggestions, and I told myself every day I'm gonna ask myself, I'm gonna sit with the kids, and we decide what we want to do today, and we're gonna choose one thing, not two or
mm,
three like last time. And I really came curious to find out new abilities and new, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but maybe
yeah.
new boundaries, or for me,
Mm,
maybe how fluid can I
yeah.
be? How can I flow better in this time?
So it's a great opportunity to
Yeah,
even discover new things about yourself, maybe to shed a few things. Maybe you'll discover the things that you thought you had to do, all of a sudden you're doing great without them. It's like a time where things are shaking. Maybe it's also an
exactly.
opportunity to kind of test some of your regular structures, see if they are still valid. Maybe you want something new right now. Maybe you are someone new right now. So
Exactly.
we can also kind of feel like an invitation to lean into this different time and allow yourself to be someone different.
Yeah, yeah. This is how I came this time, and I'm really curious to see what I'll find out about myself. I'll let you know in our
Yeah.
lives, in a month. Yeah, and also I just told myself one thing. I decided one thing first, not to let go of the two anchors that we talked about. And the second thing is, which is together, is to really check with myself every day, 3 or 4 times a day. How do I feel? To stop and ask myself this question: how do I feel at this moment? Do I want to rest? Do I want to go? Do I want to stay? And I see that it really helps me. And we are here almost a week now, and it really helped me. I've been doing this past week, and I've been asking this question about 3 or 4 times a day. How do I feel? How do I feel in this moment? And I listen to my body, and as I said, I move my body, and really helped me. I stretch, it really helped me, and I understand that when I ask these questions, there is no right or wrong answers. This is how I feel. That's
Hmm.
it. And I respect whatever it is, if it's good, if it's bad, if it's that I have energy or not, that I need to rest, if I don't know what it is. I respect whatever answer that comes, and it's okay. And I tell myself that I love you, I love myself, I
Hmm.
love me, with whatever it is that I feel at that moment.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. Important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, we've talked about a lot of things. I think we need to just maybe say it in points. What do you say?
Like a little summary.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you want to summarize?
So first of all, let me start. We're gonna continue.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we talked about what does it even mean to be at ease in this time and to have expectations that match reality,
Yeah.
expectations that are not, the standard that you have on a day to day, but the things that are actually possible and feel good with those circumstances right now. And also that these expectations can be fluid and you can be fluid with them. So maybe you
Mm.
set a specific goal or a boundary in the beginning, but with real life, you see that it doesn't work like that. So having the fluidity to change that in real time. We spoke about our, what else? Self
Uh,
compassion,
yeah, self-compassion, about listening to our rhythm.
listening to
Um,
our rhythms that are keep changing. Yes.
yeah, what are the boundaries that I can change, expand, maybe to
Hmm.
let go, the things that I can let go. I don't need to hold to things if it's not the right thing to do at the moment.
Hmm.
Instead of deciding what I need to do, to bring suggestions and to
Hmm.
be
Yeah.
also compassion for our kids, to the people around us.
Find a way to
Um,
be a bit softer with the way that you plan things, even
mhm.
just in the naming and the words of things in a way that makes you feel less tightened. And it's not about like letting go of the control, but just about softening a little bit.
Yeah, and also we talked about the values. What are my values? The things that at this moment I don't want to give up, but maybe I can be fluid about it. But there are things that I can let go. There are things that I don't want to let go of because they are my values.
Hmm.
But maybe I can change them. Maybe I'm going to have a new perspective about them the next day. So just listening to whatever it is. This is a core value for me, but I'm gonna change.
Hmm.
I'm going to check if I need to change them tomorrow, the day after. If the way that I decided it should be is really the way
It's
that it's.
beneficial.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
We
yeah,
spoke about the question that we both love: what will allow me to be a certain person, what will allow me to be this person that I want to be. And going back to my body, does it feel good in my body to be me right now, or am I far away from my core values and from who I truly am?
hmm,
And also our anchors, right? Find one or two anchors that you can do every day, easy, the easiest, as easy as you can possibly do,
yeah,
and with the biggest effect, right? It's the 20-80 rule. What is the 20% you can do that will give you 80% outcome? And always go back to yourself and ask yourself, how do I feel? How do I feel? How do I feel? Several times a day. Be compassionate. And I loved the last thing we talked about, which is to allow yourself also to be someone new in this time that is different. Allow
yeah.
yourself to
What
change, to
what can I find out about myself? Yeah, that is
yeah,
new.
yeah, lean into this
Not
no
knowing.
set routine time, yes, with also not knowing exactly who you are and figuring it out, learning
Learn. Yeah,
learning
learning new
about
ways to
yourself.
be me. You remember we've talked
Yeah.
about it. Learning new ways to be me. Yeah,
Yes, learning new ways to be you. Yeah, I think that's
yeah.
a fast brief, right?
It is. It is. I really want to invite the people that are watching to write down in the comment one from the things that we've talked about that you think that can help you and you want to try, or if you have new ideas, things that we haven't talked about, we want to hear from you. Maybe to give
Hmm.
us ideas for us to try as well, and then we can, share with you how it did make us feel. So if
Yeah,
you have more ideas, write them to us. We will read your comments and we'll
yeah.
answer them.
That's the
And
point of a community, right? To grow together. So we also want to be a
we'll
part of this. So we want to grow through you. So bring us your juice. Yeah, give us some of
yes.
your wisdom.
And don't forget to share because there are
Hmm.
people in your life that you love, and they also have times that there's no routine, and they're gonna need these advice, and it might help them. So send it to them.
Hmm.
Just send them the link.
Yeah. And of course, subscribe to our channel using the little bell button, because we're here every week with a live, and also 2 times a week with videos about daily anchors, about self-growth, healing, spirituality, a lot of good things, just for
Tools,
you in
practical
your
tools.
journey.
Yeah.
Tools and learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
So subscribe.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I had a lot of things that I thought about during our conversation today. Kind of feel that it add
Yeah.
up all the points. Yeah.
Same
So
here. Yeah.
thank
So
you.
love you.
Bye.
Bye bye.